involve risk and possible loss of principal capital. Please seek advice from a licensed professional.
Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Jeff Blankman with you here tonight, 93.7 at KKRL. Thanks to Tyler Bruner back in the studio, and thanks to Dylan. Over here to my right, we've got the boys basketball video broadcast going. So if you want to watch and listen to our boys contest here tonight, you can do that by going to YouTube and searching Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network. Give us a follow. It's a free follow. All the follow does, subscribe to us, is that it allows you to get a notification when we are going to do a broadcast, so you'll know what games we're getting ready to do the live video and the live audio and stuff. So that's pretty easy to do. Or you can go to the website at sports.1380kcim.com. Scroll down towards the bottom of the page and should be able to watch and listen to the boys matchup here tonight as well. Boyer Valley coming in under head coach Pat Putnam. They are 0-2 overall on the season. 0-2 right now in the Rolling Valley Conference. Their two games have been against conference opponents and two of the elite teams in the conference. Woodbine knocked them off 75-41 earlier this week. They also lost to a ranked West Harrison team that brought everybody back from last year's state team, 75-38. For Glidden Ralston under first-year head coach Jake Thompson, they come in 0-3 overall and 0-3 right now, or 0-2 I should say, in the conference. 0-1 actually in the conference. So 0-3 overall, 0-1 in the conference. They lost to Woodward Granger 78-31, fell to Exite Rail Cordon Kibbledon 57-50, and fell to West Central Valley 50-46. The Wildcat boys will be back in action coming up on Tuesday as they'll go over to Peyton Jourdan for that ball game. So we'll tell you a little bit more about both of these teams when we come back in 1 minute right here on 93.7 at KKRL. You're listening to the Mackey Motors pregame show.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
DMAC's 11,000 square foot expansion is done. It features a state-of-the-art welding lab and classroom. Students can learn on their schedule a variety of welding techniques and methods now available on the DMAC Carroll campus. The expansion also includes a brand new commons area that features study spaces and will host many events, including guest speakers. With this new space, students can easily access one-on-one support from advisors and counselors. To make your educational goals a reality, come see our expansion today or call us at 792-1755.
Welcome you back here on 93.7 at KKRL. Glidden Ralston averaging about 42 points per game offensively here so far this season. Shooting just 33% from the field, struggling from beyond the three-point arc at 24%. For Boyer Valley, they come in scoring just under 40 points per game, also struggling from beyond the arc, shooting just under 18% from the three-point line, shooting just 27% from the field. Now, they've done a good job at the free throw line, hitting 69% of their free throws so far this year, while Glidden Ralston struggling a little bit at the line, hitting 41.7. Now, the Wildcats banged up and also sick tonight, losing two of their starters here this evening. Jonathan Bergmeyer injured and will not be playing tonight. John Whitford not available to go tonight as he is under the weather. So we hope you got a chance to talk to Bergmeyer here a little bit ago. Hopefully he'll find out Monday the extent of that injury and how long he's going to be down. And for Whitford, hopefully John at home maybe getting a chance to listen. Hopefully he gets feeling better. Two really terrific young kids. Starting lineup here tonight for Boyer Valley, again under head coach Pat Putnam. They come in 0-2 on the season and 0-2 in the conference. Still start a senior in it, Jack Heaston, a senior in Cale Beam, a senior in Robert Gross, a senior in Josh Gordon, and a junior in Landon Chavez. For the Glidden Ralston Wildcats under first-year head coach Jake Thompson, again, former Buena Vista player, nice young man, just getting to know him and starting to work with him here at the beginning of this basketball season. So looking forward to watching what he does with this program and his continue to develop this Glidden Ralston boys basketball program. Tonight, they'll be starting a 5'11 senior in Ethan Oberding, a 5'11 junior in Emmett Snyder, a 6' junior in Charles Schoen, a 6'1 sophomore in Colby Wallace, and a 6'1 sophomore in Waylon Hine. And that is a look at your starting lineups. We'll be back with tip-off of the boys' game. We'll take a 1-minute timeout back right after this with a tip-off coming up. You've been listening to the Mackey Motors pregame. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Blankman with you here tonight. Thanks again to Dylan overrunning our video here tonight. Don't forget, we've got our Motor Inn player of the game coming up for you following the broadcast. Glidden Ralston girls victorious here tonight, 42-36. And again, we'll have Coach Kaler and one of the Glidden Ralston girls joining us here at the halftime of the boys' game to recap that girls' game here this evening. Getting set for the tip-off of the boys' game here tonight. Boyer Valley right now has got Cale Beam in the jump circle. He's going to be jumping things up against Emmett Snyder. So a couple of guards jumping things up here tonight. Jump ball going to be controlled by the Wildcats. Ethan Oberding will come up with it. He'll walk it across the half-court line here as the Bulldogs going to set up. Looks like they're going man-to-man to open things up. Oberding with it now over on the right side, top of the key, penetrates in the lane, kick pass over to the left side. I'll work it to go into the hands of Waylon Hine, back up top to Oberding. Oberding penetrates in, hands it off to Snyder, lob pass over to Schoen, three-point shot on the way up, no good. And the rebound taken down by Cale Beam. Wildcats, their home white uniforms, got kind of a goldish yellow numbers on the front and back, blue Wildcats on the front as well, and some kind of goldish yellow stripes down the side. Shot up no good for Boyer Valley. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. Boyer Valley in their road purple uniforms with white stripes down the side, white numbers on the front and back, and white Boyer Valley across the front of the jersey. They work the ball inside now to Gross, stolen away. Coming out of there with it for the Wildcats is going to be Colby Wallace. Shot up no good that time by Oberding, and the rebound coming down by Gross. Another tip away by Oberding. Tracking it down on the left side is Gordon. Gordon penetrates down now on the baseline. Ball going to be dribbled off his foot and out of bounds. So another turnover for Boyer Valley. We'll give it back over now to Glidden Ralston. Oberding will walk it up. Bulldogs go man-to-man again. They work it now into the hands of Wallace. Wallace left side top of the key, down to the baseline to Schoen. Pump fake and landing on top of him that time. I think that he's going to be okay. Jumping up into the air is Robert Gross, and then Charles trying to get around him, and Gross landed on top of him, and they both went to the floor. Still looking for our first points here. 6:35 to go in this first quarter play. Wildcats box it up around the lane. Wallace gets it in over to Snyder on the right wing. Jumping the passing lane is Chavez. He'll come up with a steal. Layup on the other end is up and good. And Boyer Valley has taken the early 2-0 lead. So Ethan Oberding will jog it up, gets it across half court. Bounce pass now off to Wallace. Wallace left side top of the key, down to Schoen. Right corner three on the way up, no good. Snyder will pull down the weak side rebound for Glidden Ralston. Gets it off now. Into the hands of Hine. Hine back off to Wallace. Wallace with it. Back over now into the hands of Oberding. Oberding out top. Defended out there by Chavez. Over to Wallace, skip pass over to the right side. Hines 3 up, no good. Rebound tipped around, it's loose. Chavez will come out of there with it for Boyer Valley. Off now to Beam. Beam up across half court, picks up the dribble. And now we're going to get a travel call as he stumbled forward. Good defensive pressure by Olberding, creating that turnover. So Glidden with a chance to tie it with the 2, take their first lead of the game with the 3. Olberding out top, over to the right side now to Snyder. Snyder defended out top by Heaston. Heaston knocks it away. Snyder gathers it back in. Now off to Wallace. Wallace looks for Olberding, floats down to the corner, penetrates in. Nice bounce pass inside to Schoen. Couldn't quite handle it. It was a little bit low. Gross will come out of there with it. Now off into this is Chavez. Chavez will push it up. Good job by the Wildcats getting back defensively. Up top to Heaston. Bounce pass over to Chavez in the right corner. Picks up the dribble, lob pass inside, ends up into the hands that time of Beam. Lobbed it over the head of his teammate, but Beam ended up being there and caught it. It wasn't intended for him, but he caught it and lays it up and in. Snyder with it out high on the right side, feeds it inside to Hine. Back out now to Snyder, over to Wallace, left side, top of the key, gets into the lane, goes up for a shot. We're going to get a foul, going to go on Boyer Valley. That foul going to go against Heaston, his first. And the first against the Bulldogs. Boyer Valley up right now 4-0. 4:47 left in this first quarter of play. Boyer Valley getting a couple of subs into the ballgame. Checking in is Luke Cripps and Tommy Hast coming into the ballgame. Wallace down in the right corner, penetrates in, cut off. Gets it back down to Snyder, who popped out into the corner. Now to Olberding, back off to Snyder. Snyder with it. Gets it up top again to Wallace. And we're going to get another reach-in foul. That's going to be on Beam. That'll be his first and the third on the team. ESAC boys down 26-14 here tonight to New Alfonda at the end of the first quarter. Thanks to Dale Wagner for that update. Charles Schoen will check out. Checking in for Glidden Ralston is going to be the 6-foot freshman Dawson Majerus. Also checking in for Boyer Valley, 6'3" junior and Ben Lance. Olberding with it, now off to Snyder on the right wing. 4-0, Boyer Valley with the lead, just over 4:20 left here in the first quarter. Jackson Sklenar on for Glidden Ralston as well. He'll catch it, kicks it back out in the right corner to Hine, now off to Olberding. Olberding will drive in, stepped on the foot of a Boyer Valley player, twisted the ankle, but gets back up and fights it off. Coming up with the loose ball is Cripps. He'll bring it down for Boyer Valley. Now he dribbles it off the foot and goes out of bounds. And the turnover going to give it back over now to Boyer Valley. That was one of those, went between the legs and didn't need to, and ends up dribbling it off the foot. So the turnover going to give it back over to the Wildcats. Sometimes that dribble between the legs or the one behind the back is unnecessary. It doesn't get you anywhere. So it just creates the turnover sometimes. Snyder with it down to the right side to Sklenar. Sklenar back off now to Snyder. Snyder up top to Olberding. Over to the left side to Wallace. They get it back off now to Snyder. Snyder with it back over to Olberding on the right wing. Ball knocked away and a reach-in foul going to go on Hast. And that'll be number 1 on Hast. So Majerus going to inbound it on the baseline. On the side. Get it inbounds to Olberding out near half court, picked up by Hast. Over to the left side, top of the key to Snyder. Snyder off of the screen, gets it back out now to Sklenar. Over to the right side to Olberding. Olberding will drive in, gets lane. Nice pick and roll that time as Sklenar misses shot. Beautiful bounce pass in traffic from Olberding to find the cutter Sklenar. Just couldn't quite fight it through the 2 defenders. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Glidden Ralston. Boyer Valley brings in a player that's not on their roster. Always love to see that early in the season. Pass inside on the cut. Emmett Snyder going to pick up the assist. The bucket that time for Waylon Hine gets the Wildcats on the board. Now we get some dribble penetration down on the other end. Cale Beam drives in. He's going to be called for the offensive foul. That's his second. 4-2 our score, just over 3 left here in the first quarter. Colby Wallace back in. He'll check in and bring the ball in. They'll get it into Oberding. Boyer Valley waiting back in their half-court man-to-man. Oberding across half-court, bounces it over now to Majerus. Majerus up top, a reach-in foul. That's going to go on Chavez. That is going to be his first. That's already 5 team fouls against Boyer Valley here, or 16 fouls in this first quarter. Bobcats looking to get it in. They'll get it in, and we're going to get, hold on here. We've got Blood out on the court right now, so we're going to get a sub. Boyer Valley going to sub Ben Lance out. Checking back in is going to be Robert Gross. Lance with the bloody nose will check out. So Boyer Valley, or Glidden Ralston again with Wallace looking to inbound it. They'll get it in now to Oberding. Oberding comes over to the left side. Majerus drives in the lane, now off to Schoen. Back off into Oberding. Oberding over on the right side, brings it back up towards the right side top of the key. Works it to Hine. Hine over to the left side to Wallace. Pump fake, drives in, got in some traffic, kind of threw it up sideways, shot up no good. And the rebound to Gross, now off into the hands of Cripps. Cripps will bring it up, passes down to the corner. Nobody there as Haas was coming to the corner. That one out in front of him. The turnover, going to give it back over. Nope, it's going to stay with Boyer Valley. His last touch, the pass was tipped, they're going to say, by Glidden Ralston. So the Bulldogs will maintain possession. Lob pass comes in. They'll get it into Hast. Up top now to Gross. Over to Cripps. Cripps drives in on the right side. Kind of a runner in traffic. He's going to travel with the basketball. And the turnover will give it back over now to Glidden Ralston. Jack Heaston will check back in for the Bulldogs. Emmett Snyder set to check back in for the Wildcats. He'll check in now. And he is going to check into the ballgame for Majerus. 2:15 to go here. First quarter of play, 4-2 our score. Bulldogs scored the first 4. Waylon Hine with the lone 2 right now for the Wildcats. Wallace with it on the right side. Picked up the dribble, gets it up top to Hine. Hine with it, looks for the cutter pass, tipped and stolen away, and we're going to get a reach-in foul, going to go on Waylon Hine. So that'll be the first foul against the Wildcats as Hine picks up the 6'1 sophomore, his first. Hine that time tried to throw that pass with a defender right in front of him, tried to throw that pass up and over his head, and the defender already had his hands there. Needed to do a fake and then do a kind of a wraparound throw, bounce pass, and step around him. Again, those are the fundamentals that we need to be teaching at the youth level, folks. It's not about winning and losing with all your travel teams and all the AAU stuff. I know winning is fun and it makes it more fun. I understand all that. And not saying you don't try to win, but let's teach the fundamentals, how to pass, how to cut, how to move. Let's get the fundamentals back into the game of basketball. We're going to get another travel call. That's going to be a turnover on Chavez, and the ball will go back over to Glidden Ralston. Josh Gordon back in for Boyer Valley. We have so many travel teams anymore, and you know, a lot of the things that need to be taught aren't being taught at those younger levels. Bounce pass comes in. Sklenar attacks the rim and lays it up and in. Nice assist that time from Colby Wallace. Well executed play that time for the Wildcats. And now we're going to get a travel again. Going to go on Boyer Valley on Chavez. We're tied here at 4. Our first tie here in the ballgame. Wildcats with 4 straight. Oberding gets it over to Wallace. Wallace again off of a screen. Free throw jumper on the way. It's up no good. Ball batted around. Coming out of there with it is Sklenar. And now we're going to get a jump ball. Is reaching in and tying him up is Cripps. Just the second rebound of the game right now for Glidden Ralston. We're nearly through the first quarter. Cripps will bring it up. Works it now over to the left side at Heaston. Heaston bounces it back up top to Chavez. Back over to Heaston. Heaston with it on the wing. Back up to Chavez. Chavez will drive in. Lob pass underneath to Gross down on the right block. Fadeaway jumper up no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It's going to be out of bounds. The last touch by the Bulldogs. And it will be Wildcat basketball with 55.1 seconds remaining. Another sub checking in for Glidden Ralston, or will do during the next dead ball. They're going to let that sub. Nope, they're not going to have the sub come in. That looks like Mark Lynch at the scores table. Oberding Gets it up across half court, picked up out there by Chavez. Gets it off now to Wallace. Did a little screen and roll again with Sklenar. Kick out pass now to Oberding. Drives in off the right wing. Floater on the way. In and out. No good. Rebound tipped around and controlled that time by Cripps. He'll push it ahead for Boyer Valley, and then he is going to be tripped and fouled. And that one's going to go on Wallace. Took a hard spill. Gets up a little bit sore, but looks like he's going to be all right. Colby Wallace picks up his first team foul number 2 on the Wildcats. Both teams bringing some subs in. We'll try to get you lineups here as soon as we get a chance. That foul again was not in the active shooting, so just a third against Glidden Ralston. So Boyer Valley inbounds on the baseline. Snyder tips the ball. Coming up with it is Gordon near the half-court line, and then he goes over and back. And the turnover going to give it back over now to Glidden Ralston. The Wildcats will have a chance. No shot clock. It's turned off. 28.2 left here in the first quarter of play. I'll get it into Snyder. Snyder with it now off to Oberding. Oberding up across half court. Works it over on the left side to Wallace, and he is going to be out of bounds off of Wallace. There was a collision that time, and both players went to the floor, and the official says that the ball off of Wallace and out of bounds. So now Boyer Valley will have it. Chavez walks it up across half court. Wildcats sitting in a 3-2 zone. They work it over on the left side now to Hast, and now his pass thrown away. And the ball will go back over to Glidden Ralston. They'll have 9.9 seconds to work. Both teams really struggling here in this first quarter. A lot of unforced turnovers here. Oberding going to look to push it up. Now we're going to get a bump and a foul, and that's going to go on Chavez. That'll be his second. That's going to be the 7th team foul. And a 1-and-1 coming up for Ethan Oberding. Oberding, a 25% free throw shooter here early this season. That will go up. He's a better shooter than that number. Free throw on the way, up and good. First lead change here of the ballgame as the Wildcats have taken the lead at 5-4. Second free throw coming up here for Oberding. It's on the way. It is up. It is good. And it's a 6-4. Glidden Ralston lead, 4 seconds left. Hast with it out top, trying to get a shot off. Now fires one up at the buzzer. It's off the backboard, no good. And we are through 1 quarter of play. Glidden Ralston with 6 straight. They lead at 6-4. We've got the second quarter. That's coming up in 1 minute right here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Hey sports fans! If you're hearing this message, chances are it's from a device that holds a battery. These little batteries cause big fires in the landfill. They explode when crushed, and we crush everything. Drop batteries in the battery collection program, not in the trash. Collection sites are located in communities throughout Carroll County. Visit carrollcountylandfill.com to find a collection site near you. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, wishing our area athletes a safe and successful sports season.
Wildcats with the ball as we start the second quarter of play here on KKRL. Turnover as the Bass stolen away that time, running a pick and roll, and Josh Gordon jumping the passing lane. Chavez will bring it up, throws it down to Beam on the left side. Beam with it. Ball fed away, and it's going to be stolen away as trying to feed it into the block. Snyder comes up with the steal. Layup falls on the other end. So Emmett Snyder with his first bucket. 8 straight for Glidden Ralston. They lead it here 8-4. Chavez with it on the left side. Skip passes now over to Heaston on the right side. Top to key, dribbles down on the wing. Gets it off to Gross. Right elbow extended. Gross double teamed. He's got Heaston down in the corner. He'll catch and shoot. The three, it's up no good. And the rebound loose on the floor. It'll be Snyder clearing it out of there for Glidden Ralston, his second of the ballgame. I'll work it now over to Wallace on the left side. Wallace up top. to Majerus. Majerus looks for the cutter, nothing there. Now finds Wallace over on the right wing. Lauren Holzing in the house tonight. Underneath, the shot is up, no good for Majerus, and the rebound taken down by Robert Gross. Pass to nobody that time, as Chavez was bringing it up and threw a pass over to the sideline. Ended up being closer to the official than it did anybody else. Turnover will give it back over to Glidden Ralston. Now, some subs coming in for Boyer Valley. Had two players running off. It's going to be Chavez that will check out. Checking back in will be Luke Cripps. Olberton gets it over now to Snyder. Snyder with it, penetrates it down. Ball is tipped around into the hands of Heaston. Heaston up across half court. Works it down the right side. Bounce pass down to Cripps in the corner. Got away with the travel. Drives in. Shot blocked at the rim that time by Wallace, by Majerus. And then we've got a battle inside, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possessioner will favor Boyer Valley. 8-4 Glidden Ralston. Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. Motor Inn player of the game coming up in the post game as well. Paige Clucky, our girls Motor Inn player of the game. Not an easy choice with the way Cassidy Wink played in that second half. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by Boyer Valley. It will be Glidden Ralston basketball. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. South Central Calhoun boys up 18-16 on GTRA. That's at the end of the first quarter. Three-point shot from Wallace up no good. Rebound bounds high, and Robert Gross goes up high for Boyer Valley to grab it. And now we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Going to go against Ethan Oberding on the reach-in. That's going to be his first, and it'll be the fourth against the Wildcats. 6:03 left here in the first half. Checking back in again, Ben Lance. He'll check in for Gross. The inbounds pass comes to Cripps out high on the left side, top of the key. Brings it over towards the right side. Now stops up top. They'll back away. He'll fire up a three. It's up no good. Rebound to Lance. His shot in the lane is up no good. And the rebound taken down that time by the Wildcats. They'll get it off to Wallace. Coming up with that rebound was Dawson Majerus, his first. Oberding off of the left side, penetrates in over to Snyder. Right wing three up, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by Glidden Ralston. It'll be Boyer Valley basketball. Bulldogs scored the first four here tonight, but have not scored since then. So they've went over a quarter scoreless. Credit some good Glidden Ralston defense, and then just some unforced turnovers for Boyer Valley, and not real good shot selection at times. Schoen will come up with a rebound. Wallace will bring it up for the Wildcats. Gets it over to Oberding on the left side. Oberding looking to drive in. Little kind of slipped through the defenders, had some contact, just kind of chucked it up thinking there was going to be a foul call. Lance came down with a rebound. Now a runner by Cripps, no good on the other end. Wallace will grab the rebound for Glidden Ralston, his first. Wallace will bring it up, gets it across half court, finds Oberding on the left wing. Oberding again, dribbles up top, now attacks the lane, finds Snyder right wing. Up top to Majerus, back off to Snyder, over to the left wing to Oberding. Oberding, skip pass over to Wallace. Pump fake, drives in the lane, tough left-handed runner up, no good, and Schoen over the back on the rebound. And that is going to be at number one on the 6-foot junior. Team foul. Going to be number 5 here in the ballgame against Glidden Ralston. We're going to get a timeout called by Boyer Valley. 4:43 left here in the first half. 8-4 Glidden Ralston with the lead. We're back in 1 minute right here on KKRL.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Winning sports takes strategy, a solid game plan, and we strive to create financial plans that encompass your goals and values. Focusing on tax, financial, social security, and estate planning coupled with investment and proper risk management that can maximize your financial potential. From all of us at Midwest Financial and Glidden, go Wildcats. Midwest Financial is a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk and possible loss of principal capital. Please seek advice from a licensed professional.
Baseline shot off the left side as we get back to action for the Bulldogs. No good. Wallace will clear his second rebound, brings it ahead, gets it to Sklenar on the right block. Sklenar up in traffic, shot up no good. Tommy Haas comes down with the rebound and gets it off now to Beam for Boyer Valley. Pass through the fingertips of Lance. It'll be saved, but into the hands of Oberding. Oberding out on the break so fast, but lost the ball before he could go up. And the turnover, going to give the ball back over now into the hands of Boyer Valley. 8-4 our score, 4:10 left here in this first quarter of play, or first half of play, I should say. We're midway through the second quarter. Still 8-4, kind of a first quarter score, but we're here in the second quarter. Foul going to go against Glidden Ralston down on the other end. Boyer Valley making a couple of substitutions. Team foul number 6 here in the half. And foul on Sklenar, his first. Inbounds pass to Haas, left side wing 3. It's up, no good. The rebound taken out. We're going to get a foul on the putback attempt. That's going to go against Boyer Valley. And that is going to be team foul number 8, so a 1-and-1 coming up down here on the other end. And foul on Robert Gross is his second. Sklenar at the line. 33% so far on the season. Free throw on the way. It is up, no good, but he is able to track down his own rebound. Great hustle that time by Sklenar. Sklenar with his second, now off to Snyder, and Snyder going to take it strong to the hole. He'll lay it up and in. So Emmett Snyder with another bucket. He puts the Wildcats on top 10-4. Three-point shot by Heaston off the left side. Robert Gross comes up with a rebound. He'll be bumped and fouled from behind by Wallace. That'll be number 2 on Colby Wallace. 2 shots coming up here for Robert Gross. The 6'2" senior has not attempted a free throw yet this season. Free throw on the way. It is up and no good. Second free throw on the way up, no good. Rebound batted around. Coming out of there with it is Gross. His putback no good. Ball still being batted around. It'll be Snyder pulling it out of there for Glidden. Ahead to Oberding, and the layup is up in good for Ethan Oberding. And we're going to get a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. Timeout on the floor, 12-4 in favor of the Glidden Ralston Wildcats. 3:29 left. Back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need a...
Ethan Oberding will walk it up across half court. Glidden Ralston girls winning 42-36 earlier. Again, Coach Kaler, one of the girls scheduled to join us at halftime here of the boys' game as we take a look back at that one. Snyder to the right elbow, going to be tied up that time by Chavez, but he'll fight him off and then gets it underneath the Majerus for the layup. 10-point lead right now for Glidden Ralston, 14-4. Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. Whether Chavez with it up top to Easton, dribbled it off his foot. It's going to be picked up by Chavez over on the sideline. He'll fire up a 3. That one is up no good. A rebound taken down by Beam, lost it. And coming out of there with the loose basketball is going to be Waylon Hine. So Hine comes up with the loose ball. Now off to Oberding. Oberding with it. Throws it away. No, Majerus able to save it, but his save goes into the hands of Gross. Oberding that time threw it to where Majerus had been and not to where he was going. Shot up no good. A rebound taken down by Sklenar, his third. Off now to Ethan Oberding. Oberding over to Snyder on the right side. Get a fire up a 3. That one is short. And we got a push inside. That's going to go against Glidden Ralston, and I think that's on Ethan Oberding. Nope, it's going to be on Sklenar. And Sklenar has picked up his second 8th team foul, so a 1-and-1 coming up on the other end for Boyer Valley. Boyer Valley again scored the first 4 of this game, and they have been held scoreless since about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter, and we're under 2 left here in the second quarter. Gross at the line, 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for 2 on the season. Free throw on the way, up and good. Nope, they wave it off. His foot was across the line, so it's going to be no good. So the free throw will not count, and the ball will go over to Glidden Ralston. He won't get that second free throw either. Or the whistle, looking to see what we've got here now. No, I think they just had to get the shot clock reset, and it is. So Hine will inbound it. Oberding will bring it up. Oberding up across half court. Bounce pass over to Snyder on the right wing. Boyer Valley stays man-to-man up top to Sklenar. Sklenar travels with the basketball as he tries to work it over on the left side here to Oberding. And the turnover will give it back over now to Boyer Valley. Pass inside, knocked away by Sklenar. Coming out of there with it was Majerus. And now Snyder passes it up top to Majerus. Down over to Snyder now inside, and Sklenar going to lay it up and in. Emmett Snyder, I got him for 4 assists. Sklenar with his second bucket. It's all Wildcats right now. They lead it here 16-4. Minute 20 left. Cripps with it up top, now over into the hands of Gordon. Gordon has it stolen away. It's still loose, and we're going to get a foul. There's about 3 guys hustling after the basketball, and that foul going to go on Boyer Valley. Well, that'll be on Cripps, so that'll be the 9th team foul. So a 1-and-1 coming up for Dawson Majerus for Glidden Ralston. Cripps will pick up his first. Majerus, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. Wildcats 2 of 3 at the line here in the first quarter. Free throw is up and good. 17 straight right now for Glidden Ralston after falling behind at 4-0. Free throw on the way up, no good. Battle for the rebound, taken down that time by Jones. Off now to Heaston. Heaston with it up across half court, over to the right side. Cripps, pull-up jumper on the way up, good. Minute left here in the half. That's how long it took for Boyer Valley to break that run. Snyder on the right side. Pull-up jumper now from the right elbow off of one dribble, and that'll fall. He's got 6 here in the ballgame. 19-6 in favor of Glidden Ralston. Ball knocked away. Can the Wildcats get one more here before the end of the half? We're going to get a reach-in foul. Going to go on Heaston after the steal for Glidden Ralston. And Mark Lynch, who is in the game, will head to the free throw line to shoot 2 as the Bulldogs are over the double foul limit. So 2 shots coming up here with the final 38.4 of the half. Lynch at the line, first free throw this season for him. It's off of the back of the rim, no good. Lance will check in. Also checking back in is Chavez. Gordon checks out. Second free throw up, no good. Jones also out for Boyer Valley. Bulldogs with a rebound. Chavez will bring it down. Gets it over to Cripps, and he is going to be tied up. Nice job by Majerus. Possession here will favor the Bulldogs. Another sub coming in. Haas coming in now for Heaston for Boyer Valley. Bulldogs have 26 on the shot clock. Shot up no good. Battle for the rebound taken down by Lance. His putback is up no good. The rebound taken out of there by Schoen, and then you got 3 guys trying to reach in. Are they going to call a jump ball, or did they call the reach-in foul? They're going to call the reach-in foul. Charles Schoen will head down to shoot 2 free throws. So a guy goes up and grabs the rebound. 3 guys try to reach in, and now you put the other team on the free throw line for 2 free throws with 20.9 seconds left. Shown 33% at the line this season. Free throw on the way. It is up and no good. Second free throw upcoming. So on the way. Nice shot that time by Charles Schoen, the junior with his first bucket. 20-6 Glidden Ralston. Pass inside now. And that time Beam threw it off of Snyder. Snyder not expecting it. Snyder down in the bottom of that defense for Glidden Ralston, kind of under the basket, right in front of the basket. Beam was at the free throw line and just kind of threw it right to him, but he wasn't expecting it. It goes out of bounds off of him. Up top now to Hast. Hast to the free throw line. Got away with the travel. Pull up jumpers and air ball. It'll bound out of bounds, and it will be Wildcat basketball with 5.3 seconds left. Lynch to inbound. They'll get it into Oberding. Oberding will push it up. Got to get a shot off, down to two. Runner on the way up. No good at the buzzer. And Glidden Ralston going to take a 20-6 lead into the halftime. We'll step away. Wildcats outscoring them 14-2 in the second quarter. Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. We're back in at 3 minutes right here on 93.7 KKRL.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
How about this?
It's gonna work.
I think so too.
American Family Insurance wants to help you bring your dream home to life. New homeowners can save an average of 22%.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
To Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual. They're here to provide you with expertise and exceptional service. Call them at 712-792-4525. Let's talk about the girls basketball game from earlier tonight. Wildcats winning it 42-36. Head coach Ashley Kaler joining us here. And coach, congratulations. You sitting out 2-2 on the season. Get that first conference win. Had some tight losses this year, but this one's a good one to get tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, getting that first conference win is always the good thing. And now we're on a 2-game winning streak, so that always feels nice. And now we kind of go on the road from here on out. So that was good to have a win tonight at home.
Tyler Jansen's been shooting the ball so well, came out tonight, scored those first 5 for you, and then it was kind of the Paige Clucky show the rest of the first quarter. But what jumped out for me was defensively for you guys. You held them to 19 in the first half, 6 in the second quarter. What did you see defensively, and what did you guys kind of shift defensively? They got 13 in the first quarter to hold them to 6 in the second.
We kind of switched it up a little bit on them. We went in from like a zone to a little bit man-to-man. We started off the game with man-to-man, and then 45, Sylvia Sullivan, she kind of knocked down a couple threes. So then we really had to stretch out our zone defense a little bit. So we kind of switched it up on them a little bit. Just having Tyla and Vanessa on the top of anything is just giving problems to a lot of people. So just their speed and just teeing it up, and help defense was huge tonight too.
Did you know coming in, I was surprised at how many threes. I knew they were going to shoot some threes, but that looked like the focal point of their offense tonight.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of film from them. I think tonight was maybe a lot more threes than I expected. But give them credit. They shot the ball. We kind of sometimes don't get out there as quick as I would like it. But, they shot the 3-ball well tonight, so give them credit on that. But then we did end up taking some adjustments and taking that away from them.
You'll see kids early in the season, shooting gets better as they get more shots up as the season, so shooting percentages always increase. But for this group of girls, along with it being early, learning a new offensive system, you're 4 games in, just a few weeks of practice before that first game. How do you feel like they're starting to understand what you're wanting to do offensively?
Yeah, we're getting it. We're coming along. Bad thing is we've had a couple snow days in this mix, so we haven't had practice. This week there was a middle school game, so we didn't have a whole lot of time in the gym, and then we didn't have practice last night either. You kind of see it a little bit tonight. I really preach to them that our kind of key things this year is just a value, purpose, and be elite. We want to shoot for being elite, and we just have to have a value out there, and we have to know everyone's value, and then everyone has to have a purpose on this team. I believe after Christmas break we'll really start getting it. I see it. It's coming. I see pieces of it.
Getting the shots you want?
Yes, getting the shots we want, getting the offense down. We added some new stuff in there just within the last couple days. So it's starting to flow. We're getting it. And I believe after Christmas break it'll really start to come.
Paige Clucky, can't go without talking about her. Double-double. I had her 11 points, 11 rebounds in the first half.
Yeah.
She finishes up with the double-double here tonight. But your first year getting a chance to coach her, just one of those kids that just works so hard.
So hard. Paige tonight was more the leadership that I saw out of her. She just stepped it up. They played a pretty tough defense on Tyla tonight with a little box and one, and Paige just stepped up for us. And Paige is just a great kid. Paige loves and breathes basketball.
Yep.
And it's just fun to watch her out there succeed. And getting a double-double. I think she's averaging a double-double this year. She's just a workhorse for us. We just really rely on her down low and getting those boards. And, again, she just loves the game. And that's what I love about her for sure. She just loves that game of basketball.
I had Cassidy Wink. I think it was a 12-0 run in the second half between the late part of the third. And until Paige scored for you late in that fourth quarter, she scored 12 straight points for you guys. Just a freshman. I saw the confidence difference from her in the fourth quarter with the basketball from the first quarter just tonight. So what have you seen from her through 4 games?
Yeah, she's just a freshman, so she's going to have those freshman mistakes a little bit out there. But just in the last 2 games, at Woodward and then tonight, just her defensive presence, too, on the court. She rebounds the ball. Cassie has to play a big position when Liz goes out. She has to step up for us at the post. And just tonight, I think she really came out and just really played what Cassie can do for us. And so that was awesome to see that she had 14 tonight.
Hate to bring up a bad one, but just 9 of 21 from the free throw line. You're getting there.
I know.
We talk about shooting getting better. Hopefully the free throws get better as well.
We've been struggling the last couple games. We shot better at Woodward, but last couple games, our first game and tonight, we're getting to the line. We just got to make the free throws. We practice it every day. It's just more probably that mental aspect too. our legs are a little tired underneath us, especially not practicing last night with it. And then, we only run, 7 girls pretty strong. So, and some of them never really even get a break. So their legs are a little tired. But we'll get in the gym more, and we'll keep working on. We'll keep chipping away on making some free throws.
Peyton Jourdan on the road on Tuesday night. They're struggling a little bit. Very young. Becca Anderson, probably maybe their best player or one of their better players, a freshman. What do you know about that team? What are you expecting coming up on Monday night?
Yeah, I haven't really looked forward towards Peyton Jourdan yet. I wanted to take care of Boyer Valley first. But yeah, I do know they're struggling a little bit. Taking away their, key player, and just being us. I think that's a kicker here. I really preach that to the girls tonight. We just got to be us, and we just got to do we got to play Glidden Ralston basketball. And if we don't play Glidden Ralston basketball, it could be a long night. But no, we just got to be us, and just keep chipping away, keep going, keep running. We're on the road here on out now until Christmas break, so we just have to learn how to win on the road too.
Well, Coach, appreciate you joining us. Congrats on the victory here tonight, and best of luck coming up next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff.
You bet. Head coach Ashley Kaler again with the Glidden Ralston girls. They win here tonight 42-20, 36 over Boyer Valley. Second half of the boys game, 30 seconds away here on KKR.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Eventually as well, so we'll talk with her a little bit during the second half of the boys game. Wildcats lead it here 20-6, but they turn it over on their opening possession, but we're going to get a foul inside that saves the turnover, and that foul going to go against Josh Gordon. That'll be number 1 against the Bulldogs here. Kemper boys on top 26-19 over Red Oak at halftime. That game over on KCIM. ESAC trailing Newell Fonda in the boys game at the end of the third, 57-42. And now the ball going to be out of bounds off of Boyer Valley. So Glidden Ralston going to come up with the basketball again as that ball guy ran out of bounds, kind of trying to gather in the basketball. Colby Wallace with it now for the Wildcats, picks up the dribble, gets it off to Oberding, knocked away, but gathered in by Oberding over on the sideline. Ethan will bring it up top, works it over to the left side now to Wallace. Wallace to the free throw line. They try to run the give and go, that pick and roll. Nothing there. Now backdoor cut from the top from Snyder. Nice job that time by Snyder, showing it with the assist. So Schoen will pick up his first assist, 6th assist unofficially tonight for Glidden Ralston. Snyder extends the lead here to 22-6. He'll head back to the line. First trip there tonight, first trip this season, and the free throw is up and good for Emmett Snyder. 23-6 now in favor of Glidden Ralston. Ball knocked away. The Schoen comes out of there with it for the Wildcats. Off to Oberding. Oberding over to the right side to Snyder. Snyder spins down to the baseline, picks it up, gets it back off to Schoen. Right elbow extended. Back up top now to Snyder. Snyder will reset. Boyer Valley going man-to-man to open up this second half. Wallace with it now on the right side, or left side. Penetrates over, kicks it to Snyder. Now to Oberding. Oberding comes off a screen by Schoen. Runner in the lane, up softly and good. Ethan Oberding with his second bucket. He's got 6. And Glidden Ralston starting to pull away, up now 25-6. Chavez up top. They work it now over to Heaston. Heaston down the right side. Fadeaway jumper up, no good. Snyder will come down with a rebound, his 4th. Snyder runs it up the middle of the floor, kicks it left side to Wallace. Wallace pump fake, attacks, gets cut off on the baseline. Now to Hine. Hine into the lane, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Going to go inside, and that'll go against Boyer Valley. That'll be number 2 or number 3 already on them here in the half. We're a minute 31 into it. That foul on Heaston, his 3rd. Cripps comes up to the scorer's table. Inbounds pass to Schoen. Now off to Oberding. Right corner 3 on the way off of the pass from Wallace. No good. And Chavez will come down with a rebound. Chavez will push it across. Works it over the left side. Snyder going to pick up the foul. Tried to jump the passing lane. Just didn't quite get there in time. Ended up running into the man with the ball. And that'll be number 1 on him. Team foul number 1 on the Wildcats here in the second half. 19-point lead for Glidden Ralston. Cripps with it up top. Passes it over to the right side to Beam. Beam brings it back up top, over to the left corner. Chavez with it. He'll fire up a three and knocks that one down. Second bucket for him tonight. That'll make it to 25-9. Oberding will bring it up. Bounce pass to Wallace. Left side top of the key comes off a screen. Nothing there on the pick and roll. Now to Schoen, right side top of the key. Schoen with it over to Oberding. Oberding penetrates down. Bounce pass down to Schoen. Schoen with it. Now off to Oberding. Right side top of the key. Three up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Taken down by Snyder, but he'll be tied up. And the possession arrow will favor Bull at Boyer Valley. MC Country Cafe coach, you showed tomorrow morning. I'll talk with the basketball, wrestling, and boys swim coach. Of course, Deb Danner from Carroll and Kemper, 8 to 9 o'clock on KCI. I'm Tyler Bruner, and I will write recap stories for all of tonight's basketball, girls and boys. And also, we've got 4 of our wrestling teams, 3 girls, 1 boys wrestling team in action. Shot up no good. Wallace coming down with the rebound, his third for Glidden Ralston. Now off to Oberding. And we're going to get a carry, going to go against Oberding as he did a little spin move near the half-court line, and the turnover going to give it back over now to Boyer Valley. 5:26 left here in this first quarter of play. Chavez up top with it, just made that three from the corner here a moment ago. Down to Beam, he'll fire up a three from the corner. That one is up in good, so back-to-back threes for Boyer Valley. And all of a sudden, it's back down to a 13-point game at 25-12. That'll get Jackson Sklenar up off the Wildcat bench. Wallace with it. Bounce pass down it to Hine. Comes up with a loose ball after the ball had bounded into the air. Saves it into Oberding. Runner in the lane up. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. The last touch they're going to say by Hine, and it will be Boyer Valley basketball. Sklenar now going to check into the game for Schoen. And we're going to get a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. Timeout on the floor. 4:56 left in the third quarter. Back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
Family owned and operated.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
With the basketball, Glidden Ralston has led this one by as many as 19, 25-6, but back-to-back threes have made it a 25-12 ball game. Jones' turnaround jumper up no good, but tracks down his own rebound. Gets it back out. Now the ball gets into the hands of Chavez. Over to the left side to Cripps. Cripps will drive in. Double team comes, and we're going to get a reach-in foul going to go on Emmett Snyder, his second. That'll be the second foul against the Wildcats here in the half, both of them having gone against Snyder. So Beam will inbound down on the baseline. Lobs it up top to Chavez. Chavez with it. Comes off a screen up top from Jones. Wildcat sitting in a 3-2 zone. Cripps drives in, draws some contact, and we've got another foul on the Wildcats. It's going to go on Sklenar, his third. So Sklenar will pick up his third. Now that is going to put Luke Cripps, 6'1 junior at the line, 75% on the season. First attempt tonight. Free throw on the way. It's up and good. 25 now 13, down to a 12-point ball game. It was 19 again at one time. Second free throw upcoming. It was a 14-point game at halftime. Free throw in and out, no good. Rebound taken down by Hine. Boyer Valley just 1 of 5 from the line tonight. We'll run you again through first half stats here as soon as we get a dead ball. Oberding with it. Off now to Majerus, left side top of the key. Majerus dribbles it back over to the right. Works it out to Snyder. Snyder will attack off the right side. Kick pass out to Oberding. Oberding with it, looks to attack, gets the lane. Little scoop shot up, no good. And the rebound taken down by Boyer Valley, and that'll be Beam. Now kick it ahead. Cripps penetrates again on the right side. Got under the basket, misses the shot. Jones' putback, no good. And the rebound taken down by Mark Lynch. Now we're going to get a reach-in foul going to go on Boyer Valley. Picking up that foul for Boyer Valley is going to be Cripps. That'll be his third. Fourth team foul here in the ballgame against Boyer Valley in this second half. Oberding over to Snyder on the right wing. Snyder dribbles to the right elbow, pull-up jumper, in and out, no good. Ball tipped around. Lynch will clear it. Gets it back to Snyder. Runner in the lane up, no good. A rebound taken down. It's still loose on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball possession, or will favor Glidden Ralston. 3:28 left here in the third. Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the game in the postgame. Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Lob pass comes in now to Lynch, up top to Oberding. Over the right side to Snyder. Pump fake gets it back up top to Oberding. Oberding over to the right side again to Snyder. Comes off a screen by Lynch, who pops out. They'll get it to Lynch, back to Snyder in the corner. 20 left on the shot clock. Hine with it left side, top of the key, over to left wing to Oberding. Oberding looking to drive. Picks up the dribble, bounces it now to Lynch, right side, top of the key. Back off now into the hands of Snyder, down to 10 to shoot. Snyder hands it off to Majerus. Ball knocked away. Majerus fighting for it. It's loose. It's going to go into the back court. And we're going to get a travel call going to go on Majerus. The turnover going to give it back over to Boyer Valley. There was only one left on the shot clock anyway, so it would have been a shot clock violation against the Wildcats. Chavez checks back into the ballgame now for Boyer Valley. He'll handle it out top. Thought about the three, but Oberding takes it away. They'll get it down to the corner. Driving in, shot up no good, but a foul. Evan tonight checks in. He picks up the contact. That'll be the fourth on Glidden here in the half. That's the first on Mark Lynch. Easton inbound down on the baseline, lobs it in. They'll get it into Chavez. Chavez with it. 2:40 left here in the third quarter. Over to the right side. Down to the right corner to Haas. Passed inside to Gordon. Ball is knocked away out of bounds. Last touched by Hine. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Haas to inbound. Lobs it in. Gets it to Gordon. Shot up no good. The rebound taken down by Wallace and a foul on Easton. That'll be 4 on Easton. And that's one that reached in about 85 feet from the basket. Probably didn't need to. Especially now picking up his fourth. He'll check out. Cripps going to check back in. Wallace will walk it up. Gets it across half court. Working out top. We're going to get a reach-in foul on Chavez. That is going to be at least number 3 on him. Team foul number 6 now on Boyer Valley. Did a nice job moving the feet, got out in front of him, but reached when he didn't have an opportunity to reach, and that's where the foul came from. Sklenar over to the right side to Wallace. Wallace gets it inside to Snyder. Snyder triple team. Back out to Wallace. 3 on the way up. Good. Wallace and knocks it down the 3. That was a big bucket for Glidden Ralston. They kind of needed that one. Now the shot up no good. Wallace will clear the rebound, his 5th. He leads the team right now in rebounds. He's in some trouble in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Snyder. Down to Sklenar. Sklenar travels as he tries to make his move to the rim. Just didn't get the dribble down before he took off to the basket. Kind of took a step or two, a step and a half before getting that dribble down. I don't know if he realized right away how open he was. Penetrating in is Tonight. Shot is up no good, and an offensive foul going to go on Tonight. That'll be his first 7th team foul, player control foul. So no free throws for Glidden Ralston, but they'll get the basketball. Hine gets it in now to Wallace. Wallace back off to Hine, over to the right side to Snyder. Snyder rolls it over to the left side, picks up the dribble up top to Hine. Hine going to drive in. Runner, it's up no good. A rebound pulled down that time by Gordon, and he is going to be bumped in, fouled down on the other end, and that's going to go on Sklenar. So that'll be number 4 on Jackson. That was a hustle foul there. That'll be the 5th on the Wildcats. Schoen will check in. Snyder going to check out. Oberning back in for Glidden Ralston. So it's Schoen, Wallace, Oberning, Hine, and Majerus on the floor for Glidden Ralston. Ike brings it over to the left side, picks up the dribble, dumps it into Gordon in the lane, turnaround jumper up, no good. Up high for the rebound that time, Majerus, his second of the ballgame, off now to Wallace. Wallace across half court. Bounce pass over to the right side to Majerus. Majerus off his screen, penetrates to the free throw line, kick pass over to the left corner. 3-point shot on the way is up, no good that time, and the rebound taken down inside by Majerus. Putback does not go, but he'll draw some contact, gets himself to the free throw line. That foul going to be on Booyer Valley. It's their 8th. That foul will go on tonight. He's picked up 2 quick ones, the junior, since coming in. Majerus at the line. 1 for 2 tonight. Make it 2 for 3 as he knocks down that first one. He had 3 in the first half. 23 now 19 in favor of Glidden Ralston. The lead up to 16. Their largest lead was 19 at 25-6. So not quite build it back up there. Second free throw up, no good. And the rebound taken down that time by Booyer Valley, and that was Chavez. Chavez will bring it up now over to Cripps. Cripps penetrates down left side, slips between some defenders. Off balance shot, no good. Wallace will clear his 6th rebound. Wallace gets it off now to Schoen. Ball knocked away, but into the hands of Oberning. Oberning up across half court. Oberning with it, works it over to the right side, gets it off now to Wallace on the right wing, attacks, pull up runner, it's up, no good. Battle for the rebound, taken down that time by Majerus, but the pass is stolen away by Beam. Beam will push it ahead, drives into the back of Wallace, chucks it up off the, didn't even hit anything, it's an air ball. The ball tipped around and comes out into the hands of Cripps. And now Cripps will knock down the 3, and it's 29-16. Wallace with it left side, top of the key, down to 3 seconds. Little fadeaway turnaround jumper at the buzzer, no good, but Hine comes up with the offensive rebound and puts it up and in. So Waylon Hine coming up with the bucket right before the end of the third quarter. We'll put the Wildcats on top, 31-16. We'll step away. Fourth quarter is 1 minute away here on KKRL.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Oh, hell no, not again.
Our community. Good luck to all players from the New Way Auto Group dealerships with locations in Coon Rapids, Jefferson, and Pocahontas.
New Way Auto Group, home of warranty forever.
Fonda pulling away from Esac and boys 71-44. That one in the fourth quarter. Here we're headed to the fourth quarter, 31-16 right now in favor of Glidden Ralston. They were down 4-0 at one time and then got all the way up to 17-4 before Booyer Valley scored late in the second quarter. Cripps will drive in, runner in the lane is up and good. He's got 8 here tonight. Back to a 13-point game. This one's still a long way from being over. Wallace with it on the right wing, comes off a screen. Schoen will pop out. He'll fire up the 3. It's up, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Schoen, and then he's going to be bumped and fouled, and that's going to go on tonight. And that'll be number 3 on him. Schoen picking up his 3rd rebound here of the game. That'll be the 9th team foul, so a 1-and-1 coming up for Schoen. 1 of 2 tonight, 33% on the season. Free throw on the way is up and good. So Schoen missed his first, has hit 2 straight. The lead is 14 at 32-18. You just feel like Glidden Ralston's in complete control of this game, but they just haven't been able to put Boyer Valley away yet, as Schoen hits both free throws. It's 33-18. Tonight will bring it up, gets it off now to Gordon. Gordon at the free throw line. Back out to Cripps, over to Beam. Beam down their left side, kicks it down the left corner. Ike's three on the way up, no good. In the weak side rebound taken down by Chavez. Back up now to Tonight. Tonight with it, loses the dribble. Ball stolen away by Wallace. Wallace out on the break. Layup no good on the other end. Ball batted out of bounds. The last touch, they're going to say by Glidden Ralston. It'll be Boyer Valley basketball. Wallace with his second steal of the game. I've got Glidden Ralston unofficially right now for 8 steals here in the game. Bulldogs with the basketball. Get it up across half court. Ike with it, lobs it down to Cripps in the right corner. Never quite got the ball in his hands. 3-point shot no good. Houston with the offensive rebound. Put back no good, but a whistle and a foul going to go inside. Going to go against Glidden Ralston. That'll be their 6th. So one more, and Boyer Valley will shoot free throws the rest of the way. I think that one's going to go on Schoen. Just some contact on the rebound attempt that time. Number 2 on Schoen. Jones will check in. Checking out is Gordon. Also Snyder checking out. And Majerus checking back in for Glidden. 3-point shot from Tonight off of the right side, no good. And the rebound taken down by Waylon High. And then we're going to get a reach-in foul going to go on to Gross. And that is going to be number 3 on Robert Gross. Hine with his 4th rebound. He'll go down to shoot the double bonus. 10th team foul. So Glidden will shoot 2 the rest of the way. Hine at the line. Has not attempted one tonight. Free throw on the way. Up and good. So Waylon Hine with 5 tonight. The lead is 34-18. Second one coming up. It's on the way. Knocks them both down. He remains perfect from the line this season. And not missed a free throw coming into the night. 35-18 Glidden Ralston. Mackey Motors postgame show following the game. Houston's runner in the lane up softly. Off of the back of the rim. Drops down through. That'll make it now 35-20. Oberding gets it off now to Majerus on the right side. Brings it up top. Hands it off to Hine on the left elbow. Off to Oberding on the left wing. He'll attack down on the baseline, and we're going to get a hold call. Going to get the hold call. Going to go on Tonight. He's picked up 4, and he's only played here in the second half. South Central Calhoun boys winning 75-58 tonight. Kemper up 37-30 over Red Oak over on KCIM. That one at the end of the third quarter. They're heading to the fourth quarter. Oberding's free throw is up no good. He is now 2 of 3 at the line tonight. Mackey Motors postgame show coming up again. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. Second free throw from Oberding slides over the rim. He's got 7. And the lead is 16 again at 36-20. Lance with it on the free throw line. Dribbles over to the right elbow. Pull up, jumper up, no good. Gets his own rebound, though. Nice rebound inside that time by Ben Lance, the 6'3 junior. The put back up and good. It's 36-22. Oberding fires up a right side top of the key 3. It's up no good. Hine up high for his 5th rebound. Working over to the right side, Majerus, his 3 on the way up, no good. Lance will clear the rebound for Boyer Valley. Ahead to Cripps. Cripps will push it in, looks to attack. Gets all the way to the rim. That was a nice dribble penetration. And the lead is down to 12 again, 36-24. Every time it looks like Glidden Ralston going to pull away, Boyer Valley makes a run off balance shot by Oberding. The rebound to Houston. He'll run it up the left side of the floor. Drives in the lane. Tough runner up, no good. Rebound taken down that time, and we're going to get a foul going to go on Majerus as he runs into Cripps trying to go after the rebound. That'll be number 1 on Dawson Majerus. Team foul number 7 on the Wildcats. So free throws coming up here for Luke Cripps. He is a 1 of 2 tonight, 75% free throw shooter on the season. He hits both of these, and we've got a 10-point game. So Cripps at the line. Free throw on the way, bounces around the rim, falls out, and a big rebound by Hine, and then He is tied up. Possession there will favor Glidden Ralston. Hines done a really nice job on the backboards here in the second half. Timeout called by Boyer Valley. 5:33 left in this one, 36-24. Back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade, Pepsi beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. You can watch and listen to this boys game. Got to Dylan over here to my right running our video production. You can go to the YouTube, search Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network, or you can check it out on the Carroll Broadcasting website at sports.1380kcim.com. Lance comes up with the steal, but the ball thrown right back into the hands of Snyder. Glidden Ralston comes out of there. Majerus' layup is up and good on the other end. Lucky bounce that time for the Wildcats. Their lead back to 14 at 38-24. Heaston drives in and going to be called up for the player control foul as he'll pick up the charge, and he is fouled out of the basketball game. He will foul out with 2 points here in the game. That'll be a player control foul, so no free throws coming up. Wallace gets it in now to Snyder. Snyder with it. Could have turned it and didn't turn with the basketball. Is back to everybody and then throws it away. And coming out of it with it is Boyer Valley. Beam will lay it up and in. He still had his pivot. Could have turned and dribbled. Had everything, but threw it kind of with his back to everybody. Tried to throw a pass into double coverage and ends up throwing it away. Now we're going to get a reach-in foul on Hast. That'll be number 2 on him, so 2 more free throws coming up here for Dawson Majerus. He is 2 of 4 tonight. He'll shoot 2 this trip down. Wildcats have led by as many as 19. The lead's been right around 12-16 most of the second half. Majerus' free throw is up and good. 39 now 26. Second one up, good as well for Majerus. He has got 8 here tonight. The lead is back to 14 at 40-26. 4:40 left in this one. Lance with it, turnaround jumper on the baseline, and that is going to be a foul on Waylon Hine. And Waylon frustrated with that one, but I'm sitting on the stage right in front of where that one happened, and he didn't keep the hands straight up, so he came forward with the hands and got him on the arm on the way up. So that was a good call by the official. Lance at the line. The free throw is up and good. Lance 1 of 1 at the line tonight, 1 of 1 at the line this season. 40-27 our score, thanks to Tyler Bruner back in the studio. Again, Tyler and I will type up recap stories. There's an air ball on the free throw. It'll bound out of bounds. It'll be Glidden Ralston basketball. Tyler probably working on some of the girls' stories already, but we'll get recap stories typed up from all of the area basketball for girls and boys and the wrestling. South Central Calhoun boys tonight in action. East Sac, Audubon, and Kemper girls all in action down at Riverside. 40-27. Snyder off to Wallace. 3 up top, up no good. And the rebound taken down that time by Gordon. Ahead now to Cripps. Cripps going to drive in and runs hard into Wallace, and that is going to be a block call on Wallace, and that'll be his 3rd. That'll stop the clock. 9th team foul. 2 shots coming up here for Cripps. We're going to have a ton of free throws shot over the last 4:18 of this game. We are going to have a ton, folks, of free throws because both teams are going to be in the double bonus for the final 4:18. 40-27. Timeout called by Glidden Ralston. We'll step away with them. Back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Break here. Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Free throw on the way from Cripps is up and good. He has come on here in the second half. Had just 2 at the halftime. Cripps, Beam, and Chavez each had 2 points in the first half for Boyer Valley. Second one up, no good. A rebound taken down that time by Hine. I've got him unofficially for 7 of those tonight. Lead is back down to 12 at 40-28. Hine Majerus pull-up jumper from the left elbow up, no good. Rebound taken down that time by Boyer Valley. Tonight, long pass, nearly thrown away, but Gordon comes up with a loose basketball. Beam gets the offensive rebound, put back no good. A lot of contact on the shot, no call. And Majerus comes up with the rebound. Now the ball is loose, and tonight will come out of there again with it for Boyer Valley. Over to Chavez. Chavez down, gets it to the right baseline. Now back off the left side. Cripps going to fire up a 3. It's up off the rim, no good. Majerus comes down with the rebound, and we're going to have a foul going to go inside. A lot of collision, and Gordon ended up on the floor that time. So foul inside going to go on Boyer Valley, and that one's going to go on Beam, his 3rd. A reach in after the rebound, so Majerus heads to the line. He is 4 of 6 there tonight. 40-28. Glidden Ralston with the lead, make it 41-28. As Majerus knocks down the free throw. Gordon will check out. Second free throw upcoming here. It's on the way, it's up and good. So Dawson Majerus having a good ball game here tonight, 42-28. He's got 10 points to go with 6 rebounds. Cripps with it up top, picks up the dribble, gets it over now to Tonight. Tonight, a step back jumper, and a foul going to go on Emmett Snyder. Everybody playing defense with their hands tonight instead of their feet in this second game. We've had a ton of fouls called. Both teams were in the double bonus in the first half, and now both in the double bonus here in the second half. Free throw is up and good for tonight. Hard to get a rhythm to a basketball game when it's getting stopped about every 30 seconds for a foul. 42-29, and not saying that they're not legit fouls. They are. It's just there's been very little defense played with the feet tonight. Officials now having a discussion on something. One more free throw coming up. So tonight knocked the first one down. His first attempt here tonight. Second one on the way up, good as well. That'll make it 42-30 in favor of Glidden Ralston. Pressure again by Boyer Valley. Oberding looking to bring it up. Works it now off to Wallace. Wallace with it. And now we're going to get a double dribble. Going to go on Cody Wallace. So the turnover going to give it back over now to Boyer Valley with 3:16 remaining. And work it to Cripps. He drives in and going to be called for the offensive foul. That's a good call. He just kind of lowered the shoulder. He was looking to make that contact and lowered the shoulder. That's going to be number 4 on him. Player control foul, so no free throws this time. Wallace will inbound. They get it into Snyder over here on the right side. Snyder brings it back off, hands it off now to Oberding. Oberding looking to get it up across half court. Nice job of breaking that pressure. Now attacks. Reverse layup is up, no good. Offensive rebound to Hine, put back no good, but he'll draw some contact and get himself to the free throw line. 2:58 left in this one. Hine at the line. 2 of 2 there tonight. Free throw on the way. It is in and out, no good. First miss of the season for Waylon Hine at the line. Esac boys falling tonight to New Alfonda 94-53. Lance will check back into the game. Checking out is Gross. Also checking out is Cripps. Second free throw on the way is up and good for Waylon Hine. 43-30, Glidden Ralston with the lead. Chavez with it up top, picks up the dribble, comes over to the right side now to Hast. Pass tipped out of bounds by Wallace. It'll stay with Boyer Valley. Lob pass comes in the lane, stolen away by Hine. Hine with it. And now Wallace nearly traveled, gets it over to Oberding. Oberding will be double teamed. Looks to dribble away from that double team, and we're going to get a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. Let's go ahead and keep it here this time. We'll kind of reset the game for you. I didn't get through Glidden's stats in the first half. Scoring-wise, Ethan Oberding had 4, Emmett Snyder 6, Charles Schoen 1, Jackson Sklenar 4, Dawson Majerus 3, and Waylon Hine had 2, all in the first half. The Wildcats were 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Boyer Valley had been 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Got through their scoring here just a little bit ago. Both teams in the double bonus again, so any fouls are 2 free throws each. Possession arrow does favor Boyer Valley. 2:37 left on the clock. Timeout situation right now, 2 for both teams, so each team with 2 timeouts remaining. We've got our Mackey Motors post-game show coming up following the game. Coach Jake Thompson set to join us here tonight as well, along with one of the boys in the postgame. We'll name our Motor Inn player of the game in the postgame as well. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota Chevy and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Cale Beam going to pick up the foul on the reach-in, on the pass down to the block. That'll be number 4 on him. 2 more free throws coming up here for Waylon Hine. Hines free throw on the way up, no good. So Cripps coming back in for Boyer Valley. He'll check in now for Beam. Pretty nice crowd on hand for both teams here tonight. Not too far of a drive for Boyer Valley, about an hour drive. Second free throw up, no good. Snyder comes down with a big rebound, his 5th of the ballgame. They'll get it off now to Colby Wallace. Wallace with it. Bounces it over to Oberding on the right side. Oberding off of a screen, attacks off the right side, gets underneath, kick out pass. They'll get it to Snyder, and Snyder travel to the basketball, making a move into the lane. So the turnover will give it back over to Boyer Valley. 2:17 left in this one. Beam checking in for Hast. Tonight will bring it up for Boyer Valley. Gets it across half court. Going to fire up the 3. It is up, no good. And the rebound taken down up by Waylon Hine, his 8th of the ballgame. Off now to Wallace, and Wallace going to be fouled in the backcourt. And that is on Cale Beam. He is fouled out. Second Bulldog to foul out tonight. He'll foul out with 7 points. So they've lost both Beam and Houston. excuse me. Cam Manning boys losing down at Tri-Center, 69-55. Free throw up, no good for Wallace. Wallace 0-1 at the line tonight, 33% free throw shooter on the season. Second one up and good, so he goes 1 for 2 on that trip. The lead is 1. And now we've got a rebound for Wallace off of the missed shot from the corner. Snyder gets it over now to Oberding. Oberding breaks the pressure, gets up across half court. Ethan handles the ball so well. Waylon Hine, baseline jumper, no good. Shown with the offensive rebound. Pass out to the outside. It's knocked out of bounds by Boyer Valley. It'll stay with Glidden Ralston. Mackey Motors postgame show following here tonight. Glidden Ralston looks like they'll pick up their first win of the season. Timeout going to be called by Boyer Valley. Minute 44 left in this one. We'll step away. Back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Landis.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Bulldogs looking for that first win of the year, up by 14 right now. They trailed it 4-0 early and then went on a 17-0 run. They held Boyer Valley scoreless from about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter to the 1-minute mark of the second quarter. So about a 12-minute stretch of scoreless play for Boyer Valley in that first half. That allowed Glidden Ralston to build a 20-6 lead at the end of the first half. They lead it right now 44-30. They were up 31-16 at the end of the third. And now we get a turnover on Glidden Ralston as they just not been able to put them away. Got up by 19 in the third quarter, but it's kind of been around that. It's been down as low as 10, but it's kind of been around that 12 to 16 point area most of this second half. So Wildcats will even their record at 1-1 in the conference if they hold on here. Inbounds pass to Chris. They'll get it over now to Chavez. Chavez pump fake, drives over to the left wing. Passes up top, Hast. He'll fire up the 26-footer. It's up short. And the rebound again to Waylon Hine. I've got him in double digits now with 10 rebounds. Wallace with it, gets it over to Snyder. Snyder ahead to Hine. Hine with it. Dribbles over to the right side, lobs it down to Schoen. Back out now to Hine, off the fingertips into the hands of Snyder. Up top to Oberding. Glidden Ralston looks like they're going to maybe try to run some clock. They'll get it over to Snyder. He'll drive in, pump fake, got the defender in the air. Shot blocked by Lance. Rebound is tipped long. Tonight we'll track it down. His layup is up and good on the other end. Good body control by Evan Tonight. Back to a 12-point game at 44-32. 45 seconds left. Oberding gets it ahead to Schoen. They'll break the 10-second count. Pass though behind Hine. And the turnover going to give it over now into the hands of Boyer Valley. So this one's still not over yet. Boyer Valley hits a 3 here and things could get interesting. They'll have to try and steal the inbounds. Driving in is Cripps, and we're going to get an offensive foul and a charge call going to go on Luke Cripps. That'll be his 5th. He's going to be the 3rd Bulldog to foul out. He will foul out with 11 points here tonight. So the Bulldogs going to have to go a little deeper in their bench. That one should have done it. Game clock at 35.5, shot clock at 30. So now it's reset to 35. So we'll see if Boyer Valley fouls. They shouldn't, down 12. And Glidden can pretty much just run the clock out. Schoen will get it up across half court. With as many fouls as we've had in this game, though, would not be surprised to see at least 1 or 2 more. Snyder over to the right side to Wallace. Wallace with it, back up top to Snyder. Snyder with it. Again, Coach Thompson, one of the boys from Glidden, set to join us in the postgame. Tommy Haas trying to get called for the foul, and now does. Gives a big shove in the back that time. So that is going to be number 3 on him. Stops the clock, 15.6 seconds remaining. It'll put Ethan Oberding at the free throw line, 3 of 4 there tonight. He's got 7 points here on the night. Free throw on the way is up and good. 45-32. Second one on the way. It is up. It is good. That'll make it now 46-32. Kicks it down to the left corner to Hast. Hast inside now to Lance. Lance turnaround jumper in the lane up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Taken down by Tonight. Turnaround jumper sits on the rim and falls through. Could have been a goaltend there on Boyer Valley as they grab the rim, but Wallace wisely doesn't inbound the ball. Didn't have to because the clock was under 5. And that is going to do it as Glidden Ralston will pick up a 46-34 victory here tonight. Boyer Valley scores 18 in that fourth quarter. The Wildcats score 15. Wildcats move to 1-3 on the season, 1-1 right now in the Rolling Valley Conference. A 46-32 victory. We'll step away, 46-34 victory, excuse me. We'll step away, take a break. We've got the first part of our Mackey Motors post-game show. That is coming up. We're back in 3.5 minutes right here on 93.7 KKRL.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Oh, hell no, not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself after you pull it. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
For almost 150 years, Roselle Mutual has been insuring homes, farms, and so much more in Carroll and the surrounding communities. We offer outstanding coverage whether you need it for your shiny new car, your next ATV ride in the trails, or boating day on the water, or you're looking to put better protection on your family home and farm. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with expertise, exceptional service, and quality insurance for all of your needs. For commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance, give us a call today at 792-4525. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
DMAC's 11,000 square foot expansion is done. It features a state-of-the-art welding lab and classroom. Students can learn on their schedule a variety of welding techniques and methods now available on the DMAC Carroll campus. The expansion also includes a brand new commons area that features study spaces and will host many events, including guest speakers. With this new space, students can easily access one-on-one support from advisors and counselors. To make your educational goals a reality, come see our expansion today or call us at 792-1755.
Again, holding Boyer Valley scoreless for about a 12-minute stretch in that first half tonight. They gave up the first 4 points of the game, but then outscored them 17-0 until late in that first half, up 20-6 at the halftime here tonight. Boyer Valley did a better job scoring in the second half, but the Wildcats just kind of held them off here tonight. Got up by 19. 25-6 on Ethan Oberding bucket early in that second half, and then ended up holding on here, had that lead cut down to 10, but never left it get into single digits here tonight as they pick up the win. And we do have Mr. Ethan Oberding walking over here, and he is set to join us. We're going to get him on the headsets here tonight. And Ethan, congratulations. First win of the season. Outstanding performance for you and the guys tonight. What does this win mean for you guys here early in the year?
It's a good start for the year, and it's Coach's first win, so we're very proud of him, and we hope to keep it rolling, keep it going.
Is that something you guys thought about late in this game, getting Coach that first career victory?
Yeah, definitely. We wanted him to feel good. His parents are here tonight, and yeah.
So they come out and score the first 4. They're up 4-0, but then you guys score 17 straight after that. You held them scoreless for about a 12-minute stretch of that first half. What was working defensively against the Bulldogs in the first half?
Our zone worked tremendously very well, and our weak spot is the corner, but they couldn't really get it there, and our post came out and helped them good until they started hitting them in the third quarter.
They tried to pressure you a lot, but you handled the ball well. How did you feel like you guys were able to handle their full court pressure here tonight?
Very well. We moved the ball pretty fast once they started pressuring, and we got it going.
What did you see offensively from you guys tonight? What clicked for you? What do you still need to get better at here early in the year?
I say shooting. We didn't shoot well tonight, but it'll get going later on.
Do you feel like you guys are pretty comfortable with all the new scheme and new system and everything here so far in this season?
Yes. It's kind of like last year. We're getting very comfortable with it, and we're moving the ball pretty well and getting everybody involved.
Tell you what, great job out here tonight. Always fun watching you play. Appreciate you coming up and joining us. You bet. Let's get head coach Jake Thompson over here, and we'll get him sliding into the post-game area. Coach, again, first-year head coach Jake Thompson joining us, and Ethan, the very first thing he said was, "We got Coach's first win here tonight." So, got to feel pretty good that the guys that were thinking about that tonight with your parents in the stand and going out and playing a little bit for you here tonight.
Yeah, it definitely felt really good to get that first win under the belt, and now we can hopefully ride the momentum for the rest of the season.
What stood out for you tonight? To me, it was your defense, especially in the first half. But as a coach, you know what you guys want to do offensively and defensively. So what stood out for you in the win?
Defensively in the first half, I thought we were phenomenal. We caused 16 turnovers for Boyer Valley, and on the offensive end of the ball, we took care of it really well, which is something we want to do. Something we emphasize is being strong with the ball. So I think on both sides of the court, we brought from what we do in practice and put it into the game tonight, which was awesome.
Just kind of a rust estimate. There was about a 12-minute stretch there in the first half that they didn't score. They jumped up 4-0 and then didn't score again until the 1-minute mark left in the second quarter. So you mentioned your defense stood out for you. What was it about the defense that was so strong tonight?
I think we did phenomenal in the passing lanes. We were able to get our guards out wide and get tips, and that created our transition offense, which is how we really got that run, is by getting out and getting layups for ourselves and having our guys feel good.
Offensively, how close are they to where you want them to be as far as understanding what your philosophy is and being able to go out and execute it? Getting pretty close?
We're getting pretty close, yeah. I think the guys are starting to get a feel for me as a coach and what I truly want. Early on in the year, I thought we were taking too many threes, but we started to settle back and take a little bit less and really take great shots rather than just taking good shots every possession early in the shot clock.
I thought you guys did a nice job at times tonight of getting some shots in the lane with that pick and roll up top. What did you see from the execution of that, and how are the kids kind of starting to understand that?
Yeah, the pick and roll worked great tonight. We knew from Scout Boyer like to either seg in or switch those screens, which if you're switching the ball screen, we knew we could get stuff going to the rim, and I talked about that at walkthrough, and the kids really just brought it, and our players executed very well tonight.
Rebounding, I thought you guys did a pretty nice job. They had a little bit more size than you guys, but I thought you guys did a nice job on the boards tonight, and everybody kind of crashed in the glass for you.
Yeah, night in and night out, we look to attack the offensive and defensive glass. It's an emphasis I've had since our first practice, and I think the guys have really adapted to it very well and have really started to attack both the offensive and defensive glass.
You get up by 19 there early in the third, up 25-6. I know happy with the win, but disappointed that you couldn't extend that lead and they had chipped it down to 10 at one point there in the second half?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we want to get all of our guys in the game. When you got a lead like that, you want to get all the players into the game, and it was unfortunate that we kind of let them stick around. Not that we ever really were too uncomfortable, but we just weren't putting the throttle down like we needed to, and it's something that we'll talk about in practice, and hopefully next time we're in a situation we can find our groove and be a way to just really put the throttle down and get to that point.
You talk about taking the momentum from tonight. How do you guys do that here the rest of this way up until the Christmas break, where you finally get another chance to kind of really work on some things?
Yeah, we've been putting in a lot of new stuff, and I think for right now we have a solid foundation for what we want as a program, and I think just not really adding more stuff, but getting solid on that stuff right before Christmas break, and then after Christmas break looking to add new stuff, but really getting solid and getting our culture built as a team before Christmas break is what we're going to focus on.
Well, Jake, appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on that first career victory. Many, many more to come, I'm sure.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You bet. Head coach Jake Thompson again with the Glidden Ralston Wildcats. They pick up tonight a 46-34 victory here tonight against Boyer Valley. Let's run you through our numbers here unofficially. For Boyer Valley, Jake Keaston fouls out with 2. Cale Beam fouls out with 7. Evan Tanaik has 6. Luke Cripps fouls out with 11. Landon Chavez Green tonight picks up 5, and Ben Lance with 3. They go 5 of 12 from the free throw line. For Glidden Ralston, Ethan Oberding 9 points in his steal. Emmett Snyder 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. It was Charles Schoen tonight with 3 points to go with 4 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Kobe Wallace 4 points to go with 7 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. Jackson Sklenar 4 points to go with 3 rebounds. Dawson Majerus 10 points with 6 rebounds and a steal. Waylon Hine 7 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 steals. Mark Lynch also with a couple of rebounds and a steal. The Wildcats at 19 of 30 from the free throw line here this evening. So again, Glidden Ralston winning it 46-34. Again, going with our Motor Inn player of the game here. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Not an easy choice here tonight. I thought Emmett Snyder was really good early. Colby Wallace came off the bench, played well. Dawson Majerus came off of the bench. Colby actually got that start, but Dawson Majerus played well off of the bench. Waylon Hine, though, tonight, those 10 rebounds in the second half. He had some big buckets in key situations. Hit some clutch free throws when that lead was getting trimmed down around 10 here. So Waylon Hine with his 7 points, 10 rebounds, and a couple of steals is our Motor Inn player of the game. Glidden sweeping here tonight, winning the girls' game 42-36. They win the boys' game 46-34. For Dylan over here running the video, for Tyler Bruner back in the studio, this is Chuck Blankman saying thank you for listening to basketball coverage here tonight on 93.7 KK.